All right. Welcome back after a little hiatus,
Little mid-season break.
mid-season break. Thanksgiving, November was definitely tough for me schedule-wise, and then with the
Busy time, busy
holidays
time.
running around. Did you guys spend time in Youngstown or did you guys travel for
Oh,
the
buddy, we went on a little road trip.
Ooh,
Yeah, we
Bean's
packed
first road
the
trip.
yeah, we packed up the wagons and went out to Washington, D.C. to see my brother and sister-in-law. I got to meet my
Dang.
nephew. It
I
was
was
a
gonna
good
say you
trip.
saw the new baby.
I did, yeah. He's cute, man. He's funny.
Now, were him and Ben born close to each other?
No,
Or
Steve,
he's
little
one.
Steve, yeah, little Stevie was born in September, early October. So he's only a month and a half old.
Oh.
Yeah, so Beans has him by about a year and a month, which is kind of like the gap between my brother and I, which is funny.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun. My parents were there. Obviously, Steve and his wife were there. It was a good time.
That's, I feel like I
Look
feel
at you.
like
Your heart is warmed.
dude, I feel like well, I feel like I have like a different insight on your family after listening to your dad's podcast
That's so
appearance.
weird.
It
That's so
was,
weird.
dude, it was so weird. I'm like, I took myself out of it for a minute. I was like, I'm literally just listening to this random fucking podcast. I was like, but your dad was smooth as silk, dog.
Well,
I,
it was fun. I told my dad some version of what I'm about to say to you. I sent you that as like a joke, like,
yeah,
haha, this sucks. My dad's better than me at podcasting. And it was such a trip for like the next hour and a half for you to just be like texting
to
me
be
like,
live
dude,
tweeting it.
that comment your dad made was hilarious. Your dad sounds so cool. Oh my God. And it's like I'm at this weird intersection of my life where I'm like the uncool dad,
Yeah.
but I still have my uncool dad. So it's like weirdly encouraging, but also sort of alarming to like hear my dad be cool and have this life totally outside of, our family.
I was gonna say,
It's like a real culture shock, kind of.
like you're at a weird point where like you were the the cool son, and your dad was
Well,
like the lame dad. Well, as you know, as cool
cool as
and
you can be.
we'll
Yeah.
we'll say cool and lame in terms, but like now it's like the paradigm is shifting. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, truly, truly. So that was a real trip for me. I appreciated that.
I
And
have one up on my dad. I don't think he'll ever get on a pod. So,
you don't know that. Don't count him out. Don't count Mr. K out. We might get him on for a little show and tell.
oh my god, that would be
We'd
so
be like,
funny.
we'd have him on the episode. It would be like show and tell your all-time favorite things in the whole world, and it would just be photographs of all your siblings
Not
and
me.
not you.
He'd be like, "This is the show. This guy's gonna tell.
That's all right, Antonio. You're my third favorite child.
I'll take it. Top three. Top
Yeah,
three
that's right. Sorry.
representants out here. Top three, and I'm
Sorry.
not two,
Yeah,
but I'm not
that's
one.
yeah, you're definitely not too. It'd be dazzling.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's all right. Hey, man, good to see you. It's
I
been a while.
know
It's been a minute, which
it's
is the name
been
of an NPR podcast.
too long. Oh my gosh. Are we just gonna start ripping off other podcasts?
No, we're just only going to communicate using the names of podcasts.
Hmm. Um.
When did it get weird?
Can you believe they made this?
Yeah,
Or can't
I
believe
miss,
they
dude.
can't believe they
Honestly,
made this?
I'm just sitting here missing the homies.
Dude, missing the homies has been another, it's been a tough month. Not I think it's been so tough with all of the like job changes
Hmm.
and holidays, and it feels weird like between all of the like job changes and everything. This is the most confident I've ever been in any of my skills
Good.
because like I'm figuring out the one job, and at the same time I'm getting calls from like people that I have worked with or like my friends to offer me other jobs. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm finally at a point where now I just have too many offers as opposed to where I just had
Yeah,
zero.
you're like the hot girl at the school dance now.
It feels so cool. I get it.
Yeah.
I get why
Well,
those hot girls were so mean now.
you did totally. I like your sweater. That's new.
Thank you. Thank
I haven't
you.
seen that one on the pod yet. I like that. That's cool. I can we just jump into it?
Of course, dude. I literally was reading, waiting for you to hop in.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. While I was waiting for you to wake up, I was playing. I got into a game of Call of Duty, and I was doing too good to quit.
Ooh. What
But then
are you
but
playing
then I
Modern
did.
Warfare 2?
Yeah, but then I died in a foolish way. So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna do the gulag. I'll just get on the pod.
I'll just get on the pod.
I'll gulag later. The gulag is always there. We're on a fixed schedule. But we got one of the big changes in my household since we last met was
You got one of
our
those giant skeletons. You got one of
no
those $200 15
no
foot skeletons.
no we got our storage unit delivered. So we live locally in the sense that we have a local storage unit. And I was just thinking about how much fun it was to like get all my junk back and be like looking at my comic books. And I think that like
Yes.
dumb consumer materialism is wrong and bad.
Oh, 100%, but
But I think the spirit of the show really captures the way that like things can have meaning. And I'll tell you, this is sort of a unique appeal to you. I got my hat collection back. I have all my hats now. I'm
ooh.
wearing a new hat, which I'm going to show later.
I
But
was gonna say, I mean, I can't see it right now,
I'm
but
going to do a big reveal. I'm going to do a big reveal. So can I like show and tell an item that I think really captures the essence of how objects can like have meaning that transcends.
I wish
Okay,
you would.
so the first thing I'm bringing for show and tell is this
Oh,
is this
Solid
action
Snake.
figure
Or
of
is that Big
Solid
Boss?
Snake
Solid
from
Snake.
no, this is Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid 4.
I've never played
Uh,
any of the Metal Gear games. Oh my God, look at him double
cake,
cheeked up.
cake, cake. So I got this action figure for my brother for Christmas 2008, which was the year that Metal Gear 4 came out. It was the year I got a PS3.
You were
It
18?
yes, yeah, and I got this for my brother because he was a big fan of Metal Gear Solid. He got me into the series. So then when I got a PS3, I got the new Metal Gear game. Yeah, I mean, and I enjoyed it. It was like the best
Yeah.
game for that console, but it was like cool to think about. Steve, you
Yeah.
may be wondering if you got this action figure for your brother, why do you have it?
No, because he
That's
gave it to you.
that's a good question. Now, the point of the Metal Gear Solid games is stealth. It's like a
Yes.
sort of Rainbow Six, Splinter Cell. You're kind of creeping around. It's a sneaking game, is what they call it. So
They call it a sneaking game.
yeah, that's what they call it.
If
It's,
you
it's
if
on
you
the
go to
bottom.
GameStop and ask them for the sneaking game, they'll give you
So my
anyways.
brother and I, without ever discussing it formally, developed a little game where we take the Snake action figure and hide it in each other's places. So, for example, when
Oh, I
I went out
love
to
that.
visit him at college, he hid Snake in my suitcase, and I didn't find it till I came home. Another example, when we sent the baby some presents back in October, I hid the
Snake was
action
in there.
figure like in a diaper.
Oh
Um,
my God.
so I have Snake because we were out in Washington for Thanksgiving, and Snake found his way into one of Ben's bags.
I
So now Snake
absolutely
Snake is on mission in Columbus right now.
I absolutely love that kind of shit. So my
Yeah, and I
sister,
I mean, it's an action figure. Who cares? It's just a stupid action figure, but it's
right.
become this like decade and a half long game that keeps my brother and I connected in a special way. Things are cool. Things rip.
So that's like my sister Rebecca when she came and visited. So I was downriver one day and I had a very good like downriver night. Like I forgot. I was by myself. Like
Speeding ticket, moonshine.
I went to 7-Eleven. I got stuck by a train. I stopped at Sonic. Like I felt like I was in high school and I was like,
That's what
I
rappers call that a classic night.
exactly. Rappers have made many a ballad about that night. So I was like, I need like a little souvenir to like remember this night. And like I've had I don't know how many downriver nights, but like after living in Chicago, they feel a little more special to
Sure,
me.
they hit different, as the kids
They
say.
do be hitting different. So I got this little dragon because I thought I got it from a gas station, and I was like, he's cute. He'll remind me of my downriver night. But when my sister and her husband came and stayed with us, this little dragon was just chilling in this back room, and she stole it. And when she got back, she would send me snaps, and apparently it was just in the background of all the pictures. So she was
Oh my
taunting
God,
me,
that's so funny.
and she would send me a snap just like randomly, just like of random angles, and be like, anything look different? I'd be like, nope, everything looks cool. And
Yeah,
then
your hair
what?
looks nice,
And then
cousin.
it was like a couple of months later, and I was sitting at her house, and she was talking, and I just kind of zoned out as I tend to do.
Yeah,
And I looked and I saw the dragon. I was like, and we were like in the middle of a conversation, and it was like, I think it was like semi serious, not like anything like bad, but like the vibe was definitely not goofy. And I literally just like shouted out to everybody. I'm like, is that my fucking dragon? And the entire room fucking exploded with laughter because Renee was
dude,
in on it. Her husband was in on it. She was in. They were all taunting me. And then I like look back and Renee was asking me about it. And I was like, yeah, I know where it's at. It's fine. It's fine. And
dude.
so like Renee was like, you were saying how much this dragon means to you, and she stole it without even without any there was no hiccup. I was like, yeah.
Buddy, you should not have told me that.
Oh, you should 100% steal something when you come
I'm,
here. That would be so funny.
dude, I'm, listen, bolt down what you don't want to. Anyway, so,
So
that's
Snake is
hilarious.
on mission.
So Snake is on mission. Now you were talking about classic nights, gas station paraphernalia. I thought a fun way to get back into the show and tell mood would be to bring an outtake from a previous episode.
Okay.
Follow me here. Remember when we talked about when we did our Golden Records episode, and I said that I wanted to include a piece of gas station merchandise.
Yes.
And your dragon is what made me think of that. So now I
Yes.
want to unveil to you the hat.
Oh, let's see it.
This is a camouflage hat from Sheets.
Oh, I couldn't see it. I was wondering what you were taking off your head. Now I just see the
Okay.
S.
Okay. And if you can't
Oh
tell,
shit.
you see that in the web. So when I said that I wanted the aliens to have gas station merchandise, I meant this hat.
That's what you want.
And I didn't have this hat in my life until this weekend because they sell merch at Sheets in Maryland and Pennsylvania and Virginia
Yeah.
and so
Out
my
there
dad
on the
yeah
eastern
so my
coast.
dad my dad copped me the Sheets hat. They were getting gas on their way out there, and he was like, my idiot son will wear this stupid camouflage hat. And my dad is right, I will wear it until we send it to space with the aliens.
Oh my god, I love that. That's so funny. Oh, and an LD. You know, I
Dude,
got I
hustling
got
for that sponsorship.
my other one.
Updated LD flavor power rankings:
Let's hear it.
plain,
Plain.
berry, lime, mango.
Really?
Yeah, I think I overdid it on mango. That's
I like
it's out
I
of
like how
favor.
the not even carbonated one doesn't even make the
It's not in
ranking.
the conversation,
It's
to be
like just
honest.
it's whatever. It's just fucking water. Um, I still think mine is lime, lime, berry, and mango are tied for second, and then
Yeah,
regular.
I think if if pressed, I think I like lime better than berry. But like
Lime just has the best flavor, like
I
the
feel like
actual.
yeah, I feel like berry and mango are just going to be whichever one I've had less of more recently. I'm going to like more. You know what I mean?
I was at a gas station the other day, and I almost FaceTimed you because I was so mad at the LD situation. First off, like I prefer when they're all in a line. You
Yeah,
got
I love that. You got the
so
white, black, berry, mango,
so they
lime.
had the white and the black in one door, and then they had the berry on completely different door, one shelf, and then the mango two shelves down. No lime at all. And I was like, this is a horrible organization method, but whatever.
You know what? I will say most gas stations, now that I'm thinking about it, don't have all five. They only have four. And
Yeah.
I've seen every combination.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Anyways, can I show something that well, I have a
Yeah.
lot to show, but I want to
Yeah, we're
show
just kind of we're just bouncing. We're bouncing back and forth. This
probably
is good.
probably the coolest thing. So actually, I'm going to work up to it. So
Okay.
as you know, I've been in my comic bag lately. Um like single issues, I'm all about it.
Nice.
Because so I wasn't going to get into single issues mostly because I thought it would be annoying to have like this floppy ass
Yeah,
book.
you got a bag and boredom, bro. Take care of your
Yeah.
comics.
And so I have bags and boards, but I've been figuring out what I want to put them. So if you see up
Oh yeah,
here,
I literally did not notice that until you said it. But there, I see.
so up here, let's see. One, two, three. Oh, it's four. So four. This one right here. This is like my favorite comic of all time. It's a Spider-Man story where he mercilessly beats the shit out of Kingpin, and he's like, "I will fucking kill you." He's like, "You'll die when I tell you to die," and like it is probably the one of the few pieces of media that I've consumed and like actually had chills, and it's so cool. Actually, I have a spare issue. I can send you home with it if you want to see it.
Dude, that
That
sounds cool. I was
that's gonna
just gonna
be
say,
that's
let me
gonna be in
show you
your
that.
that's gonna be in your welcome your party your party favor when you leave. But so
Good.
I've been reading single issues because I've always wanted to. So my parents never let me get comics because they would buy me Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I think they were like, one thing is enough. And to their
Yeah.
credit, it's very fair. Because now that I'm in it, I'm like, fuck, this is a lot. Because I always wanted to read one series that was like coming
Mhm.
out, so I could read it like a TV show.
Serial. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm on this Avengers run, and it's pretty cool. It's about like it started with like the very first Avengers, badass. I'm reading this one, Midnight Suns, which is like a supernatural. It's very comic booky.
Cool.
Like, oh, the devil is coming and he's gonna take over the world. It's like a
Ooh.
lot of ghosts and like weird shit. So I really enjoy it. It's very goofy, and also I really like Magic, who's this blonde girl
Oh
at the
yeah,
front.
she's cute.
Kind of
Cool.
bad, but also really cool. My man Moon Knight. I picked this one up just because I thought it was cool, and
Steven.
really fucking loved it. Um, Another Avengers series, which
Wow,
ties
dude, you
into the
are
first one.
really drowning
Dude,
in
I'm in
single
it.
issues. I love it.
And then I got this other. This was a big event between Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals that actually got me to pick up this X-Men book, which I'm
Whoa.
really excited because the X-Men that are in
Hmm.
um this event start here. And I always like to start at the beginning with stuff.
Sure.
So
Well, yeah, that's how they get you.
that is how they get me. But I like to read it in like this trade format because this is like 12 books.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I think the trade books are like sort of the like some of the hardbacks are bound a little tight, so it's like hard to read the interior panels.
Mm-hmm.
And single issues, it's fun. Like if you have the room, it's fun to collect them. But like I think the trade book is the superior format for reading comics.
100% because
Because they're
now
like the nice glossy cover. You can roll them up, and they're
they they're like small enough to where they could fit in my backpack, but they're not so big where like it's uncomfortable to
sure.
carry it around.
Let
But
me let me let me ask you a comics question, if I
yes.
may. Is it the like, are you into the format? Like, you just like comic books are cool, you like reading them, or is it like the heroes?
So it started off with the heroes, um, because I really just like the MCU, and I was like, fuck. Well, at the point that I got into it, it was
Right.
too slow. But now I feel like I totally don't. I mean, I've never like felt like, if people fell off, it's not like I totally understood. Now it's like almost too hard to jump in. Like I feel
Just
like
because there's too much.
there's so much, and now I feel like at this point I just have to stick with it because I want to see where it goes. But so before it was just comics, but now I really, really just like the. Now I'm starting to like differentiate between writers and artists,
Oh,
and I
wow.
actually
Yeah.
have one book. Let's see if I can reach it. That is not. Oh man, I might be able to do it. I have this book that is not hero focused,
Mhm.
but is fantasy related.
Oh, okay.
And this
Bird King. That looks cool.
just I picked it up just off vibes. Like
Sure.
I walked into the shop and I picked it up. The art is so cool. Like
Show us a page.
it's very
Ooh. Yeah,
like
that's neat. I like that.
um just like so fucking beautiful. The colors, like
Yeah.
even pages like this where they like a lot of it is like wasted space. It feels, yeah, wasted space. It feels really cool. So now I'm trying. I think after these certain runs that I'm reading are finished, I'm gonna
Mhm.
stop collecting single issues
Yeah.
because it's too
And how do they
much.
did I'm assuming that MCU they do it similar to the Star Wars books where it's like it's a 6 issue arc and then usually they'll put, two arcs in a trade
Um,
and
so
that's like a year of comics.
so something like this Judgment Day. This
Hmm.
was a huge event. This was actually only 6 books for the event. But I was like, if I'm following along with it, because I've been following along with it since it started in September.
So
Um,
you're on issue 2, 3, you're waiting for 3.
no, so I finished it. So they
Oh,
come out. I think they would come out every other week.
oh,
Um,
damn. The Star Wars books, when I was reading the Star Wars serial, they were
mhm.
only coming out monthly.
Well, now like these Avengers, these ones are coming out once a month. So like
Hmm.
this one is on 62, but it's culminating in a big crossover.
Crossover. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that one, I
Sweet.
mean, I'll probably follow along with that one until that one's done. But I like don't want to follow along with all of these other ones. But what I did treat myself once I
Let's
finished this play,
let's
dude. Did I,
go.
did I ever tell you about how the play went or the
Well, I
musical?
mean, I think I sent you like a wellness check kind of message, and you said that it actually went pretty well.
It went super super well. We had a lot of hiccups. Like it was probably one of the most hectic things I've ever worked on. But at the end, I felt so good because
Because it was over, or like you had this sense of accomplishment.
both.
Yeah, nice. Well,
Yeah.
that's good, man. That's
And
good.
I
That's
don't
what you
know
want.
which one more, but to
You
treat
don't have to say.
myself, to treat myself, I got myself an omnibussy. Fucking
Whoa.
huge. So this is an event that I've been trying to read for the longest time, and I told myself if I could find it in an omnibus, I would do it. And so like I don't want
And
to
it
have
looks
a
like
bunch
that's
of these.
Avengers versus X-Men.
Yes. So this one has like Avengers vs. X-Men 1 through 12,
Wow.
um versus wait, 1 through 12, AVX 1 through 6, Infinite like this has a fuck ton of books. So like I'm really excited to read this. And then I also got like this companion which is like the prelude to it.
Dude, I
So
love it.
dude, my reading list is fucking stacked.
Okay, so No, go
But
ahead.
so I say all of that to show you the coolest thing that I got. You know, my man Blade had to
Is that
represent.
new?
Yeah,
They're doing Blade books right now.
so they're doing a couple of Blade. Blade got introduced very early in this Avengers run, and he like literally was in like the first like 10 issues, and it was so Wesley Snipes Blade. He was so sarcastic. He was a douchebag. He was so funny. Like they're like fighting this devil. He's like, man, I gotta deal with this shit again. And I'm just like, oh, I love Blade. I was like, Eddie Blade that comes out, I'm gonna cop it. So they released this one with just
Look at
the
that.
collection that Blade is in, and I think they're only gonna come out with this one, but I love it. And
Excellent.
oh god, I love me some
Excellent.
Blade.
So I let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Would you read, I mean, you're, considering your backlog, I know the answer to this question on like a pragmatic level, but like, would you read any comic if, it looked cool or somebody recommended it?
100%. I'm especially with like this Bird King, I've been trying to like branch out from just Marvel. Like my cousin clowns me all the time. He's like, "Bro, when are you going to read any DC? You going to read any Batman?" Like I have a Batman book over there that the new Robert Pattinson movies were based on. Like
Oh
that was
yeah.
the source text, but I haven't read it yet. But yes, if it
Because I'm
now
just I'm just thinking like, that band Coheed and Cambria, they have comic books. And this is like two worlds collide scenario. So
I would
maybe I'll send you one of their trades and you can see
dude,
if you like it.
I would 100% now I'm like I went back and I'm reading this, which is just something I've had on my shelf for the longest time,
Hmm.
and I always thought it was cool. I fucking hate the artwork. Like now I'm just trying to
Get through
like
it.
get through it just so I can be done with it, so it's not like sitting there taunting me.
Yeah.
But like now I feel like I have a little bit more idea of what I like. So now like when I go to the comic book shop, I'll go into other spots and like flip through stuff.
Dude, you know
Um
what you should get? You should look next time you're at the comic book shop, and I'll text you this, don't write it down. But
mm,
there's a graphic novel called Jimmy Corrigan versus the World,
mhm.
or maybe Jimmy Corrigan versus the Universe. It's by Chris Ware, and it's a Chicago story. It's so good.
Oh,
It's
okay.
unlike anything you've ever seen. Oh man, yeah.
Dude,
Browse that next time
hell
you see it
yeah.
at the store. Jimmy Corrigan. I'll text it to you. It's so
Yeah.
sick. Um, oh man. Okay, I'm gonna totally send you the first trade for the Coheed book. Maybe you'll like it.
Yeah. Dude, send it. I'm
The art is very comic booky. The writing is very bad,
hell yeah.
but it's like a science fiction story. What are you gonna
See,
do?
I think bad writing is better than bad art for
Yeah.
me. Like for this medium, I would rather read something shitty. Like what was I? What was I reading that was
I know
really
what you mean.
shitty? Yeah, I don't know.
I really because I mean, whatever. Like I'm in it for Star
Hmm.
Wars. Like I'm in it.
Do you read the comics
Well, I
for
used
Star
to.
Wars?
I read
Yeah.
I got in and I had the entire series like between single issues, trades, and I was like a subscriber for like a year or two. Um when they did the first Disney Marvel new, like when they did the franchise reset in
Hmm.
2015. I got into it maybe in 2018, and I caught up on the back issues. But they have an artist. I don't remember his name. I don't want to say it because then I'll be wrong. But they have an artist whose style is like photorealism, and it looks so bad. And it's like, bro, if I want to see Harrison Ford, I'll just watch Harrison Ford in the movie. Like, this is a different thing. It should look different.
Dude, that's what like some of the issues. Oh, okay, perfect. Like this book. Look at how fucking weird.
Excellent.
Like it just looks shitty. I'm like,
Yeah, that's so gross.
There have been multiple times in this run specifically where I'm like, it like has fully taken me out where I'm like, dude, what the fuck am I? Is this person? This doesn't even look like a person.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you send me Rex, I'll definitely check them out, dude. I might send you with this just because I love this so much. This is like honestly, out of everything that I've read, this is the one that I like keep coming back to, and I'll flip through it, and it's like a very basic story, because it's just part one. But it's like really cool. It's kind of like Dark Souls esque. Oh, is that Desi?
Both of them.
Oh my gosh, they just look like one lump. Oh,
The lighting is atrocious.
hey, it's all right, dude. I'm shooting on my phone right now. Isn't that
Dude,
wild?
really?
Yeah.
It looks good.
You if you oh shit. I just got a text that I was supposed to do something last night that I didn't. Yikes. Whatever. Um but yeah. Dude, uh honestly, I think this episode is going to come out before the two that I have banked.
Well, that's okay.
I feel
It's
like we
funny
need.
because we referenced those two episodes in this
Yeah.
one.
So it's all right.
Well, you know what? I just watched Tenet yesterday. I'm thinking about time travel. It's all good.
Was it good? You know,
Dude, I love that movie.
I wanted to see it, but I wanted to see it in theaters. It felt like one of those ones that like
It
you,
was definitely a theater movie.
yeah.
You
And
really blew, I mean, to be fair, it came out like during the pandemic, so it was kind of
yeah,
hard to go see, but
that's why I
um
remember I didn't go see it because it was like deep, deep pandemic, right? Where they're
summer
like,
20,
we
yeah,
don't
summer
even
2020.
we don't even give a shit. It's still going in theaters.
In fact, the only reason I got to see it in the theaters were still closed in Michigan when I saw it. Me and a
You went
buddy
to
were in
Ohio,
Ohio at
of
a friend's
course.
wedding, and we got there a day early and had, we were like, well, what are we gonna do?
Let's
Like,
go
we
see
can
Tenet.
either go to my old high school and throw glass at the wall, or we could go see Tenet. And my friend Neil was coming from Arizona, and Arizona had like no restrictions, so he was like, I'm not going to the theater, dude. I'll for sure get COVID. But Ohio had like reasonable, restrictions, so he was like, I'd feel safe at a theater here. um and that was, I mean, we didn't have the dog, we didn't have Ben, so I was like,
Fuck it.
Valhalla, baby, let's go. And yeah,
Hell yeah.
I love it. That movie's spectacular.
I was the production people I talk to say that it is like not a good movie, but it's a amazingly choreographed movie because they had to shoot that movie forwards and
Mhm.
backwards, and so like the main actor specifically had to know his shit forwards and backwards, which is respectable in and of itself, and I think deserves a watch. But like, that's like
Anybody
the
that says it's a bad movie is dumb. Like, no offense to your no offense to those people, but they're stupid. The movie's awesome.
yeah. I
It's a James Bond movie that's about time travel.
ooh.
That's it. Tenet is a James Bond movie about time travel, and James Bond
So it's like
is
Deathloop, the
like,
video game.
yeah, well, sort of, yeah, actually. Pin in that. We're gonna come back to that. Listen, it's like a James Bond movie about time travel, where James Bond is played by like Denzel Washington's like hot, charismatic son, and
Sick.
like has Robert Pattinson as a quirky ally, and
Robert
that the
Pattinson's in
villain,
it?
yeah, dude, he's like a main character.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Dude, that just goes to show you how long it's been since I've thought about this movie.
Well, I think about it often because it's kind of like, it's like the first Matrix movie,
Mm,
where the thing itself is just this very good, like, self-contained piece of entertainment. But then if you want, you can, think about it and theorize what it means and look at the
yeah,
philosophy. So it's like, at the core, it's just this like amazing 2.5 hour movie. But then like the universe of stuff around it is so massive.
is
You'd
huge.
you'd you'd dig it the most. Like, I feel like you would really enjoy like
I
having some kind of natural supplement to enhance your enjoyment, and just like have an evening where you
dude,
watch Tenet and then spend 2 hours like on YouTube after the movie learning about it.
that is my favorite way to consume any media
I know.
is to go down a 5.5 hour YouTube rabbit hole afterwards.
I know. Listen, find yourself an evening where you have 5 hours to kill.
Oh my god.
Tenet is 2 hours and 25
I
minutes.
know I have some time in February coming up. We watch Tenet. I like how our list of things that are gonna happen in
At
February
this
just
point, I should just not even go to the conference.
yeah, just keeps getting longer and longer to the point where yeah, I
This is not useful information for the pod, but I think I'm going to book tickets next week. So stay tuned.
okay, yeah, definitely not interesting to the pod, but
I mean,
this
we're
is
going to
for
record an
us.
episode for the pod, so I guess they care.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we have 3 minutes left. Should we do a quick one last show and tell thing next to you?
Yes. Let's see. You go first because I'm trying to
Okay.
think. I've already
So
talked about everything
I
out
was at
here.
Walmart yesterday, and I found an alternative K cup. You can't see this super well because I'm not on. Oh, there we go.
Cafe Bustelo.
Yeah, this is Cafe Con Leche, baby. This is a latte and a Keurig. You know how I am about coffee.
Dude, actually I was just thinking of you because we got a oh my god, what's it called? A Chemex. And I was telling Nay was like in between it. She's like, because she had a smaller one, but like something on it broke, and she's like, should I just get the big one? I was like, Tony swears by that. He says that's the
I'm
best coffee he makes.
Dude, when the
So
semester's over, I'm gonna be digging through the storage unit to pull mine out, and I'm gonna be making like good single origin drip coffee for myself all Christmas break. I'm so
uh,
excited. But in the meantime, I found a good alternative to our usual K cups. This is so good. This has been giving me life.
hell yeah, hell yeah. My last show and tell. Let's see. Um, oh, Here's something wholesome. My grandma is gonna be my next. Do I do wholesome or do I do badass? Now we just do wholesome. Um, my grandma is gonna be my guest on Missing the Homies. She's gonna close out the year, and I was just hanging out with her this past time I was in Michigan, and I found out that she used to read comics too. And she used to get in trouble because she wouldn't do her work. She would just sit there and read
Oh
comics.
my God, that's
I was like,
great.
Grandma, you're you're so fucking cool. And she's like, I used to read all of that stuff like Archie. So like I got myself an Archie book,
Oh my God,
and like
Antonio.
look at that. So we're gonna read that alongside each other, and then I also got her Spider-Man 1000, mostly because I like to buy these Spider-Man milestones, even though I don't collect Spider-Man like that. I just like because Spider-Man is one of the bigger ones, so they'll do like 10 different variant covers. So I got two different ones, gave my grandma one, and I got this. And so that's
I
what we're gonna
love
be doing
that.
next month.
I love that. Well, that's something to look forward to. There's less than a minute left. Why don't you play the introduction to the podcast?
Hell yeah. And I will catch you soon. Peace, bro.
Good to see you again.
Always a good time. Great way to start the day.